Hello and welcome to this small video on how we can make Power BI reports directly from Dynamics. So one of the new features that is available is that this button that you have, this allows you to basically create a Power BI report. For now, what I've done is I've selected one of the views, and this is an important part here. Ensure that you've selected the right view with the right filters, because once you create the report in Power BI, it won't be possible for you to make changes to that data. So what I would recommend is to just use, for the sake of covering all the cases, use the view all cases and include all the necessary columns. So here I can also include, for example, um, subject, which I'm not able to find. Yeah, some of the important artifacts and subject. So I have chosen a few columns, and now I know that I have everything that I needed to know, and yes, everything is there. What I can do now is I can just click on visualize this view, and then what Power BI does is Power BI tries to ingest all this data that is linked to this all cases view and tries to make a report for it. The report that is generated may be useful for you, but not entirely. So you do have the option to basically use this report and save it, because this is not very useful for me. So if I want to have a look, make a very powerful report on Power BI on cases, how would I approach this? Is I would say all cases insights. Now this is the important part. You need to make sure that you save the view, and then when you get the link, you click it and you sign into Power BI. Yes. What you save is making all the connection to Dynamics and getting the data, filtering data, etc., etc. So all of that is skipped. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and directly start editing this, and by clicking on edit. And because page one is made by Power BI, so I'm going to start all over new. So what I'm going to do is a few numbers I want to have. So I will just say, okay, give me a count of all the cases. So I select this field. Yes. And I will say, give me a count, and then you get a count. You can give it a good name. Incoming cases. And there you go. Your first view is ready. Because there is no filter, you just say incoming cases, and I'm going to make this a bit smaller so that I have more space. Yes. And then I will move on to my second view. I want to see of all the incoming cases, I want to see only the ones that are active. So I'm going to add a filter here using this option. And I want to say I want to use status to filter it. So in this view, I'm going to say, please filter it for, let it load. It takes a bit of a time. Okay, we only want to see active cases, and that's why you get this. And then you can rename this one, and I'm say active cases. And what I will do then is I'll again copy and paste this one, and now I will change this status from active to resolved, and then I will give it also a unique name. For example, resolved cases, right? Oh, the name change actually did not go through, so I'm going to try it again. Resolved cases. But this is on a high level. You can also add some slicers to play around with it. So for example, I can say I want to have status as a slicer so that my users can always switch between different kinds of views that they would like to report on. And I can also say I want to have it based on priority. Let's make it a little bit bigger. And then I want to add one more filter, and that should be based on something else. Let's see what else we can have. We can have origin. Yes, then you can see how it's segregated with origins, but you can also make some charts here. I'll pull it here and I will say I want to see all the cases with um, based on subject, and I want to see oh, now it's better. So you can see the count of cases per subject. One of the views that we can have, but we can also have a separate view based on case type. But you kind of get the idea of what it is. And then the third one we can also do based on, let's say, we can also do cases per owner, so I know who has the maximum number of cases. So this is how you can easily build a Power BI report from Dynamics without having to worry about making connections within Power BI. And this is really ready to use. So your report is now saved. What you can also do is you can also share this to relevant users if need be. So for example, you can say, um, yes, you can share it from here. I will remove the page one because that was from Dynamics, but yeah, you can, that's entirely up to you. But this is how you can quickly, easily create a view and see how you can basically filter down cases based on the way you want. Yeah, so this is something new that we have in Dynamics, and it's very powerful and very nice. I hope it helps, and it helps you make a bit more um, independent on, to make your own Power BI reports without having to have special expertise. Thank you for listening and happy learning.